Hey, what's going on?
Hello, this is Husky Huddle,
You're
and I am
back.
on
And
time, and ready to roll, ready to talk some Husky football.
yes. Um, it's good to talk some Husky football. Is there anything going
Hey.
on in Husky land from a football standpoint?
No, just I like the recruits that we're bringing in. I like evaluating them, going through the different kids we got. We've gotten through a lot of them. There were a couple receivers I wanted to check out. The kid from Texas Southern, but I think they brought in a very good class that's going to be able to jump in and make a difference, especially for the losses. But I'm still concerned about the quarterback position, um, because they have that true freshman. I don't think he's going to be ready to compete, and I think we're putting all our eggs possibly in the Nick Evers basket.
Yeah, well, we'll find out because what do you call it is coming up soon, spring ball. So
Yeah, yes,
Evers
yeah,
is going to have this opportunity to
yeah. They'll
show what
start probably at the end of March. I think they get to start earlier because they have the indoor facility, which is good. But
that's why they do start earlier because the indoor facilities there.
yeah, that was Coach Etzel's philosophy. Was he honestly just wanted to get it done with because he wanted to have the guys back lifting and running and training. That was
Right.
more important to him than spring practice, which was funny. Like he just wanted to get it done.
Do you think spring practice is
Beneficial?
Oh my god.
What?
Who touched my computer?
What? I didn't. It wasn't me.
No, it definitely wasn't you. Someone came and smashed something on my computer.
On your keyboard, your monitor.
My monitor, my whole key, not this one, not the one in front of me. My
Oh,
other computer I use.
the
Someone came and
laptop.
just smashed my laptop.
Oh my God! Is it? Did they could have been dropped?
It looks like someone dropped my laptop,
Yeah, I've had that happen.
but it's not me because I don't drop my
You
laptop.
No, you would never do that. Does
Somebody
will it
came
turn
over
on?
and dropped my laptop.
See if it is the screen cracked.
But no, it's not cracked, but there's that like when all the lines are there, like if you dropped
Yeah,
it, like
yeah.
you know
No,
what I'm saying?
I've done it several times, but you just got to make sure that you can turn it on and at least get your stuff off of it if you need to. You can get a portable hard drive and transfer anything you need.
Unbelievable.
You just noticed it?
Yeah, because I didn't use it yesterday because I was doing stuff for
Oh,
I use it for like update, like if I look up stuff.
oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know you had two. I didn't know you had two going. Um,
if I look up
did
stuff.
you use it on that other podcast you did before this one?
No, I didn't. No, I don't.
Oh,
It had to be
okay.
used a couple. It must have been used a couple of days ago. Was the last
No,
time, but it was working fine. So
maybe
somebody
did
obviously.
the kid do it?
I can't imagine he would do it. He wouldn't. He wouldn't touch it.
Then it's got to be the dog.
It's either the
It's
dog or the wife.
It's
One
got
of
to
the
be
two.
the dog. The dog jumped off there, not
Maybe
the
the
dog.
dog
Not
hit it.
well. The dog. I mean, he gets grumpy when he's got to go out. I mean, when he's got to eat. I mean, he makes his presence known.
It's like
He's not subtle about it.
uh yeah, but he wasn't with. I don't know. Yeah, it could be because I don't know.
Just make
Uh
sure it turns on. If it turns on and the screen's not cracked and you can like open it and you don't hear it cracking,
yeah, but
because that's
the monitor's all messed up. Something's
it is. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Then you're gonna have to You're going to have to use a portable hard drive. You're going to
I
have.
don't have anything on. I just got it last week, dude.
Oh, that's the new one?
I just bought it last week.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can return it then, right?
I got it on Amazon, so I'm just gonna send it back.
Yeah, just send it back. Just send it back. Say they cracked it in the mail.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. And then hopefully they.
Yeah, you'll get it taken care of. You'll get it taken care of.
Hopefully, no one. I'm curious. Remember the movie Meet the Parents?
Oh,
Remember
I'll never, never forget it.
He's blaming the cat for
That was the greatest thing
toilet,
ever.
for the toilet
Yeah.
overflowing.
Yes, yeah, Jinx, Mr. Jinx. He flushed the toilet. He doesn't have thumbs. He doesn't have thumbs. How's he going to flush the toilet, Mr. Jinx?
That's right.
I love Mr. Jinx. And then he spray painted Jinx's tail when he got lost.
That's the investigation that has to happen about the laptop right here.
We're gonna.
The dog's gonna get blamed for it, but the question is, did the dog do it?
You're gonna have to interrogate your son and wife. Well, you said you don't think your son would do it.
He would tell me. I think he would have told me.
Well, there's no reason for him to go on there, right? There's no games for him to play on there, right?
He wouldn't go on there. So he would have told me.
Yeah.
So it's down to the dog, who obviously wouldn't.
I think the
or
dog.
my wife. That's it.
Listen, the dog is very vocal when he's not happy.
No,
you may have angered the dog, and I've had. You've seen pictures of my dog before.
It looks like there is some weird thing that happened here. I don't know. Well, it's going back. Whatever it is.
You've seen pictures of my dog.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. When Archie gets angry, he makes his presence felt. He'll knock stuff over. He'll jump at the door. So I'm very well aware of dogs.
Dog damage.
Dogs being pissed off.
Dogs doing damage, because this is going right back to Amazon.
Okay.
Get a credit there and start over round 2. Get a new one.
Yes.
Give me my money back.
Well, they're pretty inexpensive now anyway, which is good.
Yeah, no, they aren't. No. The ones that are expensive are like you get a Mac. Man, they're still
yes.
ridiculous. The Macs are ridiculous. They just steal it from you.
All right, Greg Smoot, you better be home by now. If I get any comments from you, you better be home.
Oh, was he? Why was he still there?
No. He was on the road for probably 2 weeks, and he was in his car, and I was trying to get him to go back home. He got in a fight with his parents, and I was trying to encourage him to get back home, and I last night I talked to him. He was in New Jersey at a truck stop sleeping, and I said, "Please, I'll give you money. Please go home. Just please go home. I know nobody likes living with their parents." I said, "Just give it a shot." So I'm hoping I'm gonna hear from him and he's home and he's safe. So I can't imagine doing that, living for 2 weeks. And I felt bad. I would have kept him. He could have stayed here. He felt bad because he didn't want to disrupt my schedule. And I said, "Dude, I just sit and podcast. You can just chill out. You don't have to do anything." But hopefully he's home, and hopefully he's safe and gets the help he needs.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Howard. Oh, and now I'm not frozen. I thought I was frozen, but now I'm not frozen.
No, you're good. You're good.
So yeah, I wonder. All's pretty silent. I get lots of emails from Store Central trying to get you to sign up. But
Oh, I'm signed up, but I can't go on. I'm still banned. I wonder
yeah,
when my ban ends.
yeah. What did you ask? Did you ask?
Yeah.
Did you ask about it?
He claims I'm not banned. He claims I'm a registered user. It logs on. I say my login says rejected, and then
I've never even heard of that before.
I've never heard of it either. I just said rejected, and then
it's like I've been blocked on Twitter.
Yes, and then I changed my password to see if that would work, and it still rejected me. So I haven't gone on. I'll have to check and see if the ban is still in effect.
It's crazy. Well,
if you irritate the right people, then they're definitely going to take it out. I'm a proud Store Central member and donor and supporter, and I always will be. I will be nicer, and I will. Cully will not be unhinged.
Cully will not be.
There won't be any more unhinging.
There will be no more unhinging.
So he won't have to worry about it.
Well, that's good.
That was funny. But no, I mean, I was looking at the roster, looking at the recruits, and the roster looks good. I worry offensively with Evers if he's really going to be the guy. I worry if who's the next guy. Are they going with Welliver, the big boy who's 6'7"? Tucker, I think, is another one. They have 5 or 6 quarterbacks, so one of them's got to be able to play, and that's the concerning part. I think the running game's going to be fine with Cam, Mel, and Flowers from Eastern Illinois. I think he'll fit right in.
Right.
And then the receivers with Skylar Bell, and then they brought 2 receivers in, I think. And then the freshman, the tight end from New York, by my area, Vestal. I think he'll either be he'll be a good tight end, but he'll be a good threat because they split their tight ends out in the slot, and I think he's someone who can play in the slot. He's got good size, he's got good speed, and then I like the tight end we looked at from North Carolina State. So I think they got good value there.
What are they going to do with the other guys that they have there?
I think Hunnig, and I don't think anyone's going to push Hunnig or Hansen out of their job.
Okay.
I don't think the North Carolina State kid will do that. I think he has good quality depth, and I think he'll be able to move in. I don't know how many years. I got to check and see how many years of eligibility he has. But that's important because I think they have good tight ends, and they don't utilize them enough in the passing game. They started to near the end of the season. They ran a couple nakeds, and I think Hunnig or Hansen caught a touchdown in the bowl game as well. And then defensively, I really like the linebacker from Temple. The linebacker from Temple, I think, is a player. He's at least someone who can fill the role of Jaden McDonald. I mean, you can't replace a Jaden McDonald, but I think he can adequately fill that role. And then the D lineman they got from Nebraska, I like him. I think he can.
Yeah, look at that. On the film study we did, there was some. There were good players on there. I mean, I think the guys are getting there are pretty good for the level that we play against. They'll really, really good.
They'll fit in. Yeah.
But the question, I guess, basically remains quarterback, right? I mean,
that's what scares me.
You're not going to have.
That's what scares me.
We're not going to have
Joe's off, but Joe's not on the roster anymore, so I think he's officially gone.
He's officially gone.
Yeah, this is the kid I liked was Vincent Carroll Jackson. He's the D lineman from Nebraska that we watched. They said they're going to play him inside as like a nose.
Okay.
I think he'll be okay. The Georgetown defensive back, I told you I watched him in person. Mike had said he's going to be more of a nickel and add depth. I think he can. I watched him. He was the boundary corner when Georgetown played Colgate, and he was a lockdown guy. He just didn't have a ton of stats. Wow, I didn't know he transferred to Georgetown too. So I can't imagine doing that. If I were a player, I could not imagine transferring schools 3 times. Like that would be a nightmare to me. I'd be scared to death. Like I remember going to UConn, I was scared to death. I couldn't imagine leaving UConn and going somewhere else and having to make friends and get acclimated in a new program. And then there's kids that do it for a third time. I don't know how you do it.
Right. That's a good point.
I mean, even Evers with Oklahoma, Wisconsin, UConn. I could never imagine just like packing up and going, and like, oh, I'm in a new program, and you have to earn your respect all over again. You have to earn your stripes. You have to make friends. It's not easy.
No, it's definitely not easy.
It's definitely not easy. I think we watched the linebacker from Kansas State. He was okay. This is the kid I didn't like as much. Trent Jones, the defensive end from Iowa State. I wasn't overly impressed with him. He only has 1 year of eligibility. He had 24 games, 26 tackles. And last year, he only appeared in 6 games. So that's why I wasn't too super high on him. The guy that we watched that I did like was, I called him Byron. It's Brian Parham, the linebacker from Washington.
Right.
I liked him, but he's another kid. I mean, he's got 1 year of eligibility. He's the kid we talked about. He transferred from San Jose State to Washington. And he didn't really play much last year. He had 12 tackles in 4 games. But he played pretty well at San Jose State. And then the defensive back from Hawaii, again, he played 3 years at Wisconsin, 1 year at Hawaii, and now he's coming to UConn. But he put up numbers. He had, in 27 games, he had 75 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, 9 pass breakups, and 2 interceptions. So at least, I mean, he's got numbers the last few seasons.
Well, that's a big deal. I mean, I think playing, guys that have played, I think that's a really, really big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For guys who haven't played, it's a problem if they haven't played.
Yeah, like the Iowa State kid. The other thing that worries me is the kids, like several of these kids only have 1 year of eligibility. So you got 1 year with them to get it done. And, with the roster that they have, you're taking 18 to 20 transfers and 6 or 7 of them have 1 year of eligibility. That's a lot. That's a lot to take with 1 year. This guy we didn't watch, the receiver from Arizona, Raymello Murphy. He's another 1 year of eligibility. He started at Old Dominion, transferred to Arizona.
Right.
I mean, he had 28 catches in 2023. He led the team with 502 yards and scored 3 touchdowns. That's when he was at ODU. At Arizona, he didn't really play. And then the tight end we talked about, Javonte Vereen from North Carolina State. He's got 3 years of eligibility, which is good. He only played in 3 games in 2024. But yeah, I mean, he's the only one who actually only went to one school and left. Ben Smiley, we didn't watch him. He played at Virginia. He's another one. He played at Virginia. He's got 1 year of eligibility. Mike really likes this kid. He appeared in 40 games, 12 starts, 50 tackles, 6 TFLs, 3.5 sacks. In 2024, he played in 11 games, making 12 tackles and 1.5 TFLs. I just don't get it. Safety, they got a safety from Mississippi State. Albert, this is good. I mean, he at least has 3 years of he has 3 years of eligibility. He's from Alabama. And wow, that's just crazy to me. He initially he played at Fairfield Prep. He played at Fairfield Prep. He went to Kentucky, and he played as a freshman. Transferred to Mississippi State, redshirted in 2023 due to injury, and then he played in 4 games in 2024. So it's amazing that he still has 3 years of eligibility.
That's crazy.
After playing 2 years. And then I remember we watched this kid, Caleb Burton, the receiver from Texas. I thought he was pretty good. This is the kid that we really liked, Tyquan King. He's the Temple transfer, but he's from West Haven, Connecticut. But again, he's only got 1 year of eligibility. He led Temple. This is the kid we liked. He led Temple with 111 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. And his best game was against UConn. And then we had the Division II kid we took from Grand Valley State? Yeah, Devin Pringle from Grand Valley State. Played 4 seasons at Grand Valley State. I mean, he did pretty well. He was in 2024, he was a first team All-American. So I think that like you talked about taking the lower level, I would rather take a 1AA guy than a 1A guy who hasn't played as much.
Right.
This kid's interesting. We didn't see him. Chris Parker, wide receiver from Central Michigan. He's 6'3", 195. Again, 1 year of eligibility. Played 4 seasons at Central Michigan. And I mean, he had 29 catches this past year for 360 yards. And then obviously the 2 guys we watched, the Notre Dame offensive lineman, he was a beast. We watched the safety from Penn State. He was pretty good. And then the O-lineman from Brown, who was pretty good. So they got some talent. I just, in my opinion, I don't understand why you. Well, I mean, I understand you want to win now, so you take a kid who has 1 year of eligibility. But I just think that puts more constraints on you because now you're under pressure to recruit the next year because you took this kid, you only got him for a year, or half the time you only got him until December, and then they're out. So that's the only thing in the philosophy. I know Coach Moore said that he only wants to take he wants to take transfers. I don't subscribe to the idea of taking 1-year transfers.
Right.
Especially, there's certain positions where I don't know that it fits. But wide receiver, maybe, because we got Skylar Bell. This is his last year. Sheffield left, and we got Josiah Gathings. So we got a bunch of receivers with 1 year of eligibility. We got the wide receiver from Auburn at least has 3 years of eligibility. And that, like, the DN from Virginia, he only has 1 year. The tight end I like because he has 3 years. The wide receiver from Arizona, again, 1 year of eligibility. The DB from Grand Valley State, 1 year of eligibility.
Right.
The DB from Hawaii, 1 year of eligibility. The linebacker from Washington, 1 year of eligibility. Trent Jones. Yeah, I didn't like him on film anyway. 1 year of eligibility. MJ Flowers at least has 2 years, the running back. The safety from Kansas State, he's got 2 years. The Georgetown kid has 1 year. The DN from Texas Southern, we didn't watch him. He's got 2 years. The DN from Nebraska, who I thought was good, he's got 3 years. I thought, so that's a really good get. But that's it. That's their class. And then the Brown kid's got 1 year. So it just seems to me like, how much are you helping yourself by taking these kids? I mean, at least if you win 9 or 10 games, I mean, did you really need to take all 1 year players to do that? Couldn't you have developed a freshman class? That's my thing. You didn't, because you only took 12 freshmen this past year. Even last year they didn't take that many. Couldn't you have taken more freshmen and developed them and have them for possibly the long run than taking kids with 1 year?
Well, I think that's a problem. So I think that's one of the things that if we, I mean, culturally, that's going to be a problem.
Huge.
I don't know if it matters or not anymore. That's the thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know how much that matters in today's game, or do you just try to get them to?
You're right about the culture. You're right about 100%. 1 year, they're here now, and it's basically 1 year. Are they going to be able to assimilate into that culture that Coach Moore has built?
And doesn't matter. How much does it matter?
You're right. You're right.
Are they coaching them like an NFL team, meaning year to year? Like, let's get it done this year.
It kind of seems that way.
It seems like that is how it is, right? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, at least the Notre Dame lineman, he does have 2 years, so that's good. But the Brown lineman's got 1 year. Everyone else, man, all the receivers, it's 1 year. I don't think they have, after this year, from the class that I've seen, I don't think they have any receivers returning. I don't know how many receivers they took in the freshman class. I think we watched 1 or 2, but that's just a concern. I mean, is that something year to year that is a coach That's your philosophy. You're going to live and die by the transfer portal and taking kids who have 1 year left.
I mean, I think that may be what that's definitely the question, but
is that the way? I mean, is that the way to go? Is that I just don't see it as like developing a long-term culture, a long-term plan when you're renting kids. They're basically mercenaries. They're hired guns for a year.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they're just mercenaries. You bring them in for a year, you get the most you can out of them. You hope they contribute, and that's the way it's going to go. But I just think, as a coach, if you're recruiting, that puts so much pressure on you because you know that, okay, I'm only getting I'm looking for recruits. I'm looking in the transfer portal. This kid's great. He's only got 1 year of eligibility. This kid's okay. This kid's good. This kid's good. They all got 1 year of eligibility. Do I take the chance of bringing them in with 1 year of eligibility and just, like I said, they're hired guns, they're mercenaries.
Right.
See if they contribute, see if they click. And yes, we're back to the Steve Cully show because Dave Schumann was frozen. Steve Cully is the greatest podcast host in the universe. Venmo at Husky Talk to donate to Store Central. Maybe I won't be banned. Yeah. So anyway, that's my main concern. That's my main concern as spring ball starts. Is they've had winter workouts. They've been back to campus. I don't know how Coach Mora runs spring practice. Like Randy would do it. Randy would do it very early once he got the indoor facility. Before we had the indoor facility, we were late. Like we didn't start until the first week in April.
Does he have the indoor facility whenever he wants it?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So
do other people use that indoor facility?
There's sometimes intramural flag teams that'll play there.
Oh,
but not really. No, it's not. It's not for the student body. They tried to say that it was when they built it.
Oh, really?
And yeah, well, they had to. They to justify the money they spent. They had to say, "Oh, it's going to be great for the great attraction for incoming freshmen. It's going to be great for the students." And I'm pretty sure that they played intramural flag, and that was it. I don't think anyone else used it, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I think that what he'll do, winter workouts typically go. We used to do winter workouts until spring break. Hi, Clicks. How are you? Thanks for joining the show. Please subscribe to the Coach Schumann Sports and Entertainment YouTube channel, and you'll get a free T-shirt.
Who's buying that?
Yeah, well, just give us your address. We'll give you a T-shirt. So yeah, we would do winter workouts right up until spring break. We'd go on spring break, but we had a late break. I think it was the second week in March, or second or third week in March. And then spring practice would usually start the first week in April. And it got delayed 1 year. I think it was my junior year because the weather was so bad. So that's when Randy really started doing it earlier because he felt that it was more important to just get it over with. Get it over with. You get the kids back in the weight room. I want them bigger and stronger.
Bigger and stronger, yes. I think spring ball. I always think is like a. I don't even know if that's a necessary evil, but
no. I mean, we ran shit in spring ball just to run it. Like I remember one spring we put in the midline option.
Did you really?
Yes. and I was blown away by it.
Why'd you put it in?
Why not? Why not?
QB or what? No, you don't know.
No, we had Thunder Dan, and we had two other Karan Henry, and then another athletic quarterback. So they tried to put the midline option in, where you just read the A gap, and I was just so blown away by it. I was like, why are we doing this? We're not ever going to run this.
Are we not plugged in?
No, it's broken. The screen's all messed up.
Oh, well, that's not our fault.
It's somebody's fault.
No, we just moved this over here. We didn't touch your screen.
Somebody touched. There's all stuff on here. There's all stuff all over that I didn't put on
We
here.
were trying to get here.
Well, somebody banged around on this.
We didn't touch it.
Someone knocked it off of the table onto the ground. 100% did. It doesn't.
We're gonna put cameras up. We'll put cameras up.
I'm putting cameras up here. Right, it's gonna go right over the top, right here. It's gonna go right into my area, and it's gonna be filmed 24 hours a day.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll find out, or continue to blame Jinxie here.
So you're the Boardwalk Beasts.
Yeah.
When is your first tournament?
Christy. Is that Christy? Chris Donor?
Chris Donor. She's guilty. Who's guilty? Oh, you saying that about your wife? I love it. Clicks. Yes, she's guilty. Clicks or Chris. I don't know.
Donor, is that Christy?
I don't know. But I'm going to tell him I'm still banned from Store Central. I when I sign in, I get rejected. Just so you know.
I've never heard that. I've never heard that on anything that I ever have not been able to sign into, not log in on, ever messaging.
The term rejected.
Yes. What else is there? When someone blocks you, bans you, I've never ever seen anything say rejected.
Yeah. It'll say like invalid.
It's like they put in it's like Jared put a special code just for you.
Special code in for me.
Oh, especially coded.
Yes. It doesn't say like invalid user, wrong password.
Yes, wrong password.
User doesn't exist.
Blocked. It doesn't say banned. It's
rejected.
Rejected. That sounds like a line of code.
That's bad. That's like really bad.
That's like, well, it's hard to even know like how to assess if it's actually bad. Like we don't even know what it means. Like rejected
it's not a good term.
Rejected is like when food comes down to the conveyor line and they're packing it, on a conveyor line, and then the guy who does quality control and he goes approved or rejected.
Yeah.
Rejected, like rotten tomatoes come through. They're on the rejected line.
Yes, they're all thrown there. That's where I ended up.
You're on the rejected line, which is not even in social media.
It's hilarious.
It's not even a realm to be in. It's
hilarious. It's hilarious. If I try to sign into Store Central, it comes up rejected.
If we go onto the code, like the code of the website, and we look at the code, it probably has a special thing like Steve.Cully equals rejected.
scully7958@gmail.com.
Right. If username equals Steve.Cully1234 at Gmail. Then rejected.
No access.
If username equals catch all, accepted.
Yes. I'm gonna have to create a new email and see if it works.
You should. Mine definitely works because they email me every day asking me to sign up.
They probably charge me every day.
They're asking me to pay. They want me to pay. Every day I get an email from Source Central.
You should pay. Support your university. You should pay.
Source Central's not my university.
It's our NIL for UConn. It's $10 a month, and it gives you great information.
I've been on there. It's just articles.
I know it's nothing. It's nothing special.
If it really did give me inside information, I would actually pay. There really was insight.
There is, in a sense, because you get interviews with the coaches that you normally wouldn't get, interviews with the players that you normally wouldn't get. I guess that's the access that they're pushing.
I mean, Hurley gives great interviews to the general public.
Yeah, he does. He does 100%. But it's so frustrating because who do you go to for coverage on UConn? You can't go to the Current because the Current has a paywall. You can go to the Post, but the Connecticut Post doesn't really have as much. The New Haven Register doesn't have as much.
Okay.
So unless you pay, and I don't know how I know it's cheap. I think it's like $1 a month or something for the.
Oh, it's $9.99 a month, but maybe I'm wrong.
For the Current.
Oh no, Store Central.
Store Central
is definitely $1 a month.
Yeah, Store Central is $9.99. The Current, I think, is $1. But I just think it's so insane. I know newspapers are dying, but UConn is a national brand, and to not have consistent content and coverage of our teams is bad. That's why, what we do is so important and so good, because we at least provide something that's real,
right?
That's not all lovey-dovey compared to some of the other podcasts out there. Not necessarily Locked On, but there's other podcasts out there that are just UConn's the greatest ever. And
are there other podcasts out there?
Yeah, there's a couple other. I did some research. I did some research because
there's
because I put Husky Talks on Spotify and iTunes, and it does better, I think, than them. But there's a couple that cover it. They cover the team, but it's just cookie cutter stuff. But they get access to the players, and Maria was on Mark's podcast last week.
Oh, she was.
And yeah, and she did a good job, and Mark's doing a good job. I don't think Joe D's going to be going back, but otherwise Mark's doing a good job. But it's like, the St. John's loss, the sky's not falling. We're still the greatest in the world. And the Creighton win was huge. And now we have McNeely healthy. We're going to go on a run. The women play South Carolina this weekend. I think that Maria thinks that that's going to be a tough one because they have two very good bigs inside, and we need that Jana Al-Alfi to play well.
Jana Al-Alfi the other day.
Yeah, she did. But Maria said it best that, and you did too, playing in the Big East Conference is detrimental to our development. It's holding us back because we're not being pushed competitively day in and day out.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And then we got to play St. John's again, and that's a big game. I don't know. I don't even know what seed we'll end up with in the Big East. Are we second in the Big East for the men, or is Creighton
third? Well, we were third. I don't know.
We were. Okay. So Creighton and Marquette were both ahead of us?
Creighton, St. John's.
So it's Creighton. Okay, so it's St. John's, Creighton, and then it was us.
Right.
And we had beaten Marquette. So we have to finish. We have to split with St. John's. We have to get one against them.
To be the 2, I think. Right. So
yeah. Did you watch the St. John's game?
Yes, I did.
Did we get absolutely decimated, or was it a close game?
No, we were actually up big. We were up 14 points in the first half.
Oh, okay.
And then we fell apart.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. And I did because I wasn't on time. Did McNeely come back for that? Did he play?
And St. John, he did play.
He did play in St. John, so that was his first game back.
Yeah, he didn't do that much.
Wow, it was a low scoring game, 62-68.
St. John's defense is unbelievable.
Okay, and then we beat Creighton, which was great at Creighton, and then we got Seton Hall, who isn't very good. I can't remember if Villanova beat us or not.
They did beat us once.
They did, right? So we got Seton Hall, Nova, St. John's, Georgetown. Yeah, we should be okay. Providence, Marquette, Seton Hall. So out of these games, Villanova we got to avenge. St. John's, we know they can beat if they play with McNeely healthy. And they can beat Marquette. Did we beat Marquette, right? The first time around?
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I definitely think we can get hot and roll through the rest of the schedule.
We'll have games.
Would you be able to go to the Big East tournament? Would you have time, or you'll be busy every weekend starting in March with your tournaments?
Yeah, no, I'll never be able to go. Never. I'll never be able.
Are your tournaments
never again?
Are your tournaments both days? Do you go Saturday?
Sundays, usually Sundays.
Oh, it's Sundays. Okay. So it's Sunday the full day.
Yeah.
And how many teams play?
How
many, like, if you go to a tournament?
It depends. There'll be a lot of teams usually at these tournaments.
Okay. Because I was watching some of Julius Williams. They do the 5v5.
Yes.
Have you done that before?
Lyman 5v5 tournament? No.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
One-on-ones.
Yeah,
it's just one-on-ones. That's all it is.
Right. It's really interesting how they do it with the 4-second rule. There's 6-minute rounds, and each kid goes back to back. And they have. I don't know how they could score it because I think it's impossible to score. I don't know what they use for a clock or anything, but he was showing it to me. He's got, like, the fact that UConn is not utilizing him. He showed last week sophomores and juniors that already have scholarship offers.
Okay.
That are incredible defensive linemen. He's got 2 or 3 young offensive linemen. Teaches great technique. I was blown away by it. I was blown away just by the energy, the passion, the emotion these kids play with. I mean, they get after it. Like, they go hard, which I have not seen.
Well, it's one-on-ones. I mean,
I know it is. I know. But I've never seen. Maybe it's just because I've never seen a tournament like that before, or where they set that up. But it was really impressive, and he's got a good staff. He's got Anthony Smith, who played at Syracuse, safety. He played in the NFL for 6 years. He's got a good offensive line coach, and then Julius coaches the D line. But the fact that just blows my mind that they don't use that pipeline for talent, because he's got so many good kids. And it's the same thing with you in your 7-on-7 group, because you have older kids too.
They don't care.
But I'm saying you run the whole thing. I mean, you have 8U and up, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't care.
I know they don't care, and that's what drives me nuts. Like, you're missing out on the talent. Like when you could take a lineman from the trench mob that's incredible, who's a freshman, or they could take a quarterback or receiver from your group who's incredible, who would come in as a freshman, and instead we're taking transfers that have a year of eligibility. I don't get that.
That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody thinks they need to succeed. So.
I don't think everyone thinks that. I like, if we didn't have a pipeline of guys that were training top prospects like you, Andre Dixon, Matt Lawrence, they're sending kids to Division I schools on scholarship. Julius has, I was blown away. He didn't even show me his best guys. He showed me his younger group, his sophomores and his juniors, and they already have scholarship offers. So it's like, and he said the same thing. He's like, I don't know what the hell, like, why won't they look at our guys? And I actually, I went to Phil. And I said, Phil, you got to look at make sure these kids get looked at. Because I
don't think Phil has any impact in that area.
No, I know. I'm sure he doesn't. I've tried, I have nothing there. But I tried emailing the coaches. The wide receiver that I showed you from Arizona is the one that I want that would work with you. I mean, he was the Arizona State Player of the Year, 6'3", 200 pounds.
Wow.
Incredible receiver. He's the one that we want to go to UConn. We've been holding off other schools, but I told you I talked to Jamal Lundy. Lundy coaches him. I wanted to put him in touch with you to help him with recruiting, because they don't really know how to navigate it. And you could at least do that, help them with, talking to coaches and handling offers, things like that. They definitely need someone to manage it, because the kid, I talked to the kid and he's, kind of clueless.
Is he?
Yeah. But I think he would definitely, if he can be part of your program, even though he's not in state, you can still help him and promote him.
Well, I think you're right. I mean,
that's what I'll do then. If you'll talk with him, I'll
recruiting is just it's a difficult game, man. You have to keep getting yourself out there.
No, but I understand that, but other schools are offering and signing these kids.
Right.
UConn is not.
Maybe UConn doesn't feel they can get them.
This kid would go to UConn tomorrow. I talked to him on the phone. Like, he wants to go to UConn. And I told Phil, I told Burton, I told everyone, and nothing's being done. But I would rather at least have him work with you, so you can. I mean, you can navigate him through the process and make sure that he gets taken care of, gets an offer, and is okay. Would you talk to him if I gave him your number?
Who's that?
The receiver from Arizona. He's a junior. He was the state player of the year. He's going to be a senior. He's going to have he's going to get a lot of looks, a lot of offers, and he's kind of clueless with navigating through the process.
He's a senior right now?
No, he's going to be he's a junior. He's a rising senior. That's why I would want him to.
Does he have any offers yet?
I think so, but I don't. I gave you his information a while ago.
I know, but I don't have it anymore.
Do you just? It's amazing. You're like my father. You can just tune. You can just tune me out at any second.
I didn't tune you out. I just said I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, his name is Jaden. I got his film right here. Jaden McDuffie, I think his name is. He's from Arizona. Jamal Lundy was coaching him. Here he is. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna. Where is it? He's got this kid too. He's got a good running back too. This is the kid right here, Jaden McDuffie. Here it is. I'm gonna copy and send it.
I'm on his Instagram. He already has offers.
Yeah, but I'm saying
it's Georgetown, Towson, Dartmouth, Cornell, Monmouth.
Yeah, but he doesn't want any of those schools. That's why I'm saying if he would work with you, I sent you his film. If you want to take a look at his film, if you want to take him on, I think that you would get him I think he can play at a much higher level than that.
You might end up watching him play some basketball.
Well, I sent you his film. He's an amazing athlete. He's 6'3". He runs well.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. I'll watch it right now.
Yeah. Would you talk to him?
What am I talking to him about?
Well, if he wants your recruiting service.
This can't be him. Hold on. That's not him. That's not him.
Look at your phone.
Because the Jaden McDonald I just looked at is very good.
It's not Jaden McDonald. It's Jaden McDuffie.
McDuffie from Maryland was very good.
Yeah, this kid's from Arizona.
Right,
I texted you his huddle.
Spelled the same exact way.
Yeah. But yeah, he would subscribe to your recruiting service.
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
That's what I thought.
He is from Maryland.
He's from Maryland?
The kid you're talking about?
Okay. Yeah, the kid whose film I sent you. He was Arizona State Player of the Year. This Jaden McDuffie.
He's from Maryland.
It's a private school. Maybe he goes there. He lives in Maryland, but he goes there.
Well, yeah, he plays in Maryland, and he has offers.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think you should talk with him. I think you should, take him on.
Well, why would he want to pay if he's already getting? Because he's not getting Division I. Is that why?
He wants to go to a higher level. Yeah. Oh, it does say Edgewater, Maryland. What the heck?
I don't know.
Well, Jamal sent this to me and said the kid was from Arizona. I talked to him on the phone. Maybe I'm wrong about where he's playing at, but yeah. Would you? Yeah. Okay. He's Maryland, Calvert Hall. Okay, I was wrong. But Jamal coached him. Would you? Yeah. If he wanted your recruiting service, would you take him?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's good enough.
Okay. All right. And then we'll see what happens. What's your prediction for Sunday for the girls, for the women?
Who they playing?
South Carolina.
Loss.
Slam dunk loss.
No, because South Carolina's not as good. So
yeah, but Paige isn't.
I mean, listen, Al Happy scored 38 today, so maybe not. Maybe they're ready. So.
I know, but Paige is the one that has to step up and take control.
Yeah,
and that's the one that disappoints me because she should be scoring 25 points a game and taking control and stop passing off shots.
Right.
Between her, Maria was right. Between her, Sarah Strong, and AZ Fudd, they all should be in double digits. And if we don't get that, we're going to have issues. So,
have you ever sold a car like online, like a Carvana or something like that?
I bought one online like that. Yeah.
You have bought one on like Carvana?
Yeah.
So
what are you looking for?
I think I'm going to.
I bought a used car on Carvana. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. 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 When I could drive. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It was a couple years ago. Why? Are you looking to sell?
Well, I'm going to get a new car.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm trying to figure out whether it's better to sell it and then strike a deal off of that.
Then trade it in.
Then trade it in.
It is better. Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of car are you selling?
A RAV4.
Oh, how many miles?
101,000.
How much you want for it?
Well, Carvana's giving me. I'll just tell you what Carvana's giving me. That I don't know if that helps. Let's see. Carvana said I'll get 14.4.
Wow. Okay. That's no. I mean, they're very popular. Everyone wants RAV4s or the Highlanders. Yeah.
Mine's a hybrid, and mine's a hybrid.
Yeah. What does that mean?
That means that you could use electric or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if 14 would kind of be out of my range.
Right. Like I think you would have. I always wonder how people.
I could probably maybe 10, 12 would. If you got that.
Well,
but they usually go pretty fast if you put it on there. If you list it, it'll go. If it doesn't go fast, because I was looking for the Toyota, the Highlander, the RAV4, and there's the one more, the other one. It's the 4-wheel drive one. I can't remember the name of it. A 4Runner.
Oh, they're nice.
The 4Runner. I like all of them, and I would absolutely take it. They go fast though. I don't think you'll have a problem selling it.
Like I would sell it to you if it wasn't so valued so high, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I couldn't pay 14. I could probably pay. I could probably pay 12.
We'll see if Carvana takes it. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, they're popular, man. I mean, you'll easily be able to. I mean, you could even put it on Craigslist, and you'll get people coming by.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the RAV4s, the Highlanders, and the 4Runners are very, very popular, and they go fast. Yes, I know from experience because like I said,
how did they finance when you bought it online? Did they finance it? You can do financing through those sites.
I just bought it. I bought it outright.
You just pay cash. You just buy cash.
Yeah. I never financed it.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, it just makes it go smoother.
They just up. Okay, now they just hold on. They updated my value. Okay, so if I wanted my next car, interesting. Then they have cars.
Oh, so they would trade it for another car? Is that what they're saying?
That is what they're saying. So you could.
I
don't know if I would do that.
No, I wouldn't. If unless there's something you really want there, I don't.
I would say they updated because they updated miles. 13,000 is their offer.
Okay, yeah, I might be able to swing that.
13,000.
But see, I bet you it'll go fast.
Yeah, so I'm like,
I think that's much better than trying to trade in and buy. You'll get more. You'll have more money.
Like these used cars, $76,000 they want for 2023 Escalade.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I got a 4Runner that ended up being 15, and it had 150,000 miles on it. And then I got a Highlander. I got a Highlander for I think 13 or 14.
Right.
That had like 160,000 miles on it, but they run forever. So the RAV4s are great. RAV4s are perfect size. They're popular, and I think it'll go fast.
That's what it says. If I want upload photos, let's see.
Yeah, put the photos up there. They want to see the front, the side, the back. You can do that with your camera.
Yeah, but it doesn't let me do it. It shows me. Interesting. Okay, I guess I'm completed then. So interesting. I'll figure this out.
Yeah, check it out. I think it'll go fast.
Pretty cool, man. Good show.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah. I'm back. Do you have a tournament this Sunday?
No.
Okay.
No, just have like some basketball games.
Okay. I was just checking because the watch along was requested again. I don't know if you're available to do one.
When is it?
The girls' game. They want to do the girls' game.
Sunday?
Yeah, be Sunday. Sunday at night, I think it is.
Night? Maybe if it's at night, I might be able to have night.
Yeah, I think it's a 6:30 game, but I'll check.
All right, let me say.
Okay.
All right, man.
Sounds good.
Good to have you back.
Well, I'm at least back here. I'm still rejected at Store Central.
Well, we'll work on that. You'll get back.
Yeah.
For life.
Well,
for
the coach. Yep, for the coach, David Schumann. I am Steve Cully, the best podcast host in the universe, at least here. Remember, when life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Take 2 oranges and throw them right back at Store Central.